YouTubers seem to be getting more and more ballsy every year. From Colleen Ballinger responding to allegations of grooming with a song.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly.
In my bony little back.
To the latest train wreck of former Try Guy Ned bringing his ex-wife Ariel on a podcast so he could vocal fry and avoid responsibility.
All of that guilt and shame, you hoisted that on me. You gave that to me. And now I have to carry that around for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's fair that as a society...
Yeah, I'm right there with you. What the fuck? Some YouTubers never apologize at all because it means admitting to their mostly child audience that they showed up to somebody's house and posted their address like a freak.
You see this big guy? He be eating all of the little guys.
But today, I don't want to talk about all that. I want to predict the next apology-adjacent public spectacle. Because they never truly apologize, do they? My credentials? Well, as I said in my Colleen video from 2 years ago, I did accidentally predict a ukulele apology. I made a video in 2019 of a ukulele YouTuber non-apology. I won't take accountability. Please just resubscribe to me. I still wanna be famous. Nothing applies to me. Oh. Yup, that counts. I'm counting it.
That's it! This is the best part!
Hello, hi, I'm Athena, and sometimes I talk about drama for shits, fully for shits. Not my usual vibe at all, but I just have so much stirring in my brain. Not to give Colleen any credit, but in terms of entertainment value, that fuck-ass song with those fuck-ass lyrics was definitely more listenable than Static McGee, a background squeak and mouth noises that never stop.
Oh, I mean, you asked me a couple of different follow-up questions, as I just sort of answered them.
I keep saying it, but aside from the subject material and how bad of a host Ned is, I was most insulted by the production quality. How do you not learn after being part of multiple major companies for so long? The appeal in sitting through these public spectacles, no matter how painful it is, really brings the YouTube community together like nothing else does, which is kinda sad. But why is it so fun to sit through 7 different breakdowns of the same damn mid-video? I don't really know. It's like the thrill of gossiping, but instead of in a small group text, it's with the world. And we're real people with real emotions all they want, but then they don't act like it.
Sometimes people make a mistake and it doesn't make them a horrible person, whoa.
These public spectacles will be studied by anthropologists and psychologists alike in the future, and it's gonna be on them to figure out why. Is this solely the evils of capitalism? People selling their souls and dignity for a paycheck? Is it masochism? Does the negative feedback solidify their victim mentality even more, so they actually don't feel like someone who did something really, really bad, but instead an underdog? It enables them, I should say. I don't know. All I know is anytime I think I can't be surprised by the audacity, these motherfuckers find a way. So I'm just gonna throw all the shit at the wall real quick. I don't think this is how far the podcast format will go. Unfortunately, I think it will go much farther. I typed this out days ago. Days before Alexa Nicholas's drunk podcast. If you know, you know. That's not even in the mainstream enough for me to think it's worth talking about, but that was definitely taken farther. Woo. Okay. I think in the future we will witness a podcast ambush where someone serves divorce papers via podcast. I think we will see reality TV level shit, but in podcast format. It won't even work audio only. I feel like 90% of these podcasts you have to watch. Maybe a podcast would even end with the guest breaking all the podcast equipment and being arrested. Going more into Jerry Springer territory there. I understand that the intrigue of Ned's podcast was for the exact opposite reason. There was an uncomfortable and inauthentic calm when Ariel sighed or said, interesting. My heart broke for her. I don't think many people will try to replicate this because it takes a specific kind of asshole to watch something with so much inaction and apathy and think, this is entertaining, this will help society. I think more YouTubers are drawn to that boisterousness. I think what we will unfortunately see more of are the lol cows. And if you don't know what a lol cow is, bless you. You are so much better off without this knowledge. Lol cows are oftentimes people going through mental health episodes where they're weeping or they're yelling. I think they'll try and stretch that out for an entire podcast series. I think they're gonna take the Dr. Phil blueprint. So what I'm gonna do is send your child to a place where he will get more trauma. Cause I'm Dr. Phil! He's Dr. Phil! And go even farther in, like I said, exploiting people who need serious help. Maybe they will have a call-in section where random internet strangers will also have the chance to verbally abuse the guest. It makes me sick to think about. I feel like I've already seen this happen on TikTok. I scroll by really fast, I click not interested, but TikTok knows what will make me spiral and exclusively serves me that. I feel like just a shred of production quality would convince more people to take the plunge into zero empathy, cruel, depraved loser behavior. Woof. Let's talk about the funny ones. Hey, where's the funny? I think someone in attempting to make a classic Notes app apology will somehow leak their whole Notes app and expose more about themselves. Maybe they have a list of people they would cheat with, maybe it's just a grocery list, maybe it's very strange dreams they've had, who knows? I predict that somebody will try to do an apology via TikTok live, but then it won't end. I don't know if this will be intentionally or not, but either way, they will go from tears and gasping for air to a very casual makeup routine, making it clear that the whole thing was an act, whether they wanted that to be published or not. People will go on to praise this person's showmanship. Trisha Paytas who, they'll say. And the person who was apologizing for God knows what will actually grow in popularity. Their follower number will triple as a result of this stunt. There was one person who did an apology sketch. This is real, by the way. They were trying to get people to see where they were coming from at that time in their life, having their present self talking to their past self. You know, the last thing someone would want to hear from a stranger who's apologizing for something offensive they said online. I think people are going to expand on the tortured artist of it all and take a year and a half off only to come back with an apology movie. The opening shot will be an influencer with a monk, and the influencer will ask the monk, "Do you think I deserve to be redeemed?" Close-up of the influencer's face, close-up of the monk's face, influencer's face, monk's face, influencer's face, monk's face. A suspenseful drum, boom, cut to black, release date. It'll be so corny. Listen, I don't want to say I hope that happens, but it sounds really funny. Influencer cheats on their supportive straight partner with someone of the same sex, and then when the internet tears into them for being a cheater, they will turn it on us saying we're homophobic. Okay, this next one goes from camp to cringe really quickly. Prepare yourself. Rich American influencer does not tip at a restaurant and nothing happens because there are still people who justify punishing the people who actively provided you a service you're not entitled to. Yes, the employer should just be paying them more. Yes, it really shouldn't be on the consumer, but I'm not gonna punish the server possibly struggling to pay rent when I could just not eat out. Yeah, I randomly brought up the tips discourse again. Back in 2020, I called out Varley, of all people, for not tipping, and most of the comments ran to her defense while also being misogynistic and transphobic because they didn't find her underage daughter attractive. Fucking weird. I hate it here, dude. One other real depressing one before we go back to all fun and camp, okay? I don't think how expensive the justice system is should be weaponized by larger creators against smaller ones, but this is actively happening right now, and I don't see an end in sight. Ew. All right, back to the funnies. Someone called out for clickbaiting. Clickbaits their apology. What is this video? I'm so sorry featuring Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney? How does Keemstar know Paul McCartney? An influencer couple, somebody that has a couples channel, one of them will cheat, but before their affair is made public, they accuse the other partner of cheating first, but the partner that was actually cheated on and not the cheater has receipts for the partner cheating on them, which includes Ring doorbell cam footage of all things. So then the actual cheater retaliates by making very clearly AI evidence, and everyone calls them out for this. They're like, hey, that's not actually evidence. We know that you're the one that actually cheated now. Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. And then, I don't know, let's just say they become a monk. There will be a fictional influencer that no one knows isn't real. And by this, I mean an actor who's pretending to be an influencer. They will get hundreds and thousands of followers, and people will not know the whole thing is staged until the actor playing the influencer has to break the illusion out of fear that they'll get hate in real life over this scripted shit. So when people see the I'm sorry video, they'll think it's over something outrageous that the influencer did, but then they click on it and find out the whole thing is fake from the start. There will be someone inspired by the fake influencer. So to get out of their very real shit, they'll claim it was all staged before someone from their real life makes a response video to confirm, no, this guy is full of shit, this really happened, they're a coward. Maybe they'll get the person's parents on video to confirm their stage name is their real name and they're a real person and they're not an actor pretending like the other guy. Okay, this one's elaborate. That one's a little bit more of a timeline there, a series of events, a butterfly effect, if you will. I predict apology merch. Someone is going to do a huge merch giveaway where it's also a contest. This guy's basically trying to buy our forgiveness. And depending on how drippy the merch is, maybe we will just accept this apology. Back in the day, didn't Rice Scum give out like Fortnite codes or something when he was apologizing for something? A lot of these have probably already happened. I predict a singer or an actor is going to try to apologize through a YouTuber. Not on their own channel, on the YouTuber's channel. Like, can you imagine? Oh my god. Kanye West on the Ned Fulmer Rock Bottom podcast? That would never happen because Ned is not getting views. He immediately fell off during that second episode. The third one might be out. I'm not gonna check. He did have his third episode up, and it's a housewife. That is weird. That is weird. Why did a real housewife get... I'm not trying to promote him right now. I just... Curiosity. It be killing the cat. That's me. Bitch. YouTuber will apologize for working with problematic sponsor, and sponsor will make a response video diss track about the YouTuber. My name's BetterHelp, and I'm here to say Markiplier got us fucked up in a major way. Ew, ew, ew. Editor, cut that. Hate to be the bearer of news you may find bad, but every single person still using Twitter, yeah, you're canceled. Join me on Blue Sky. Why is no one using Blue Sky? Or at the very least, like, Tumblr, even fucking Threads. Like, no one should be on Twitter anymore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get on my soapbox. Maybe Blue Sky would be a better app if you guys started using it. Because everyone just jumps on, they're like, oh, not a lot of people are using this. Back to Twitter I go. Have you ever considered that this is the problem? So yeah, prevent having to release an apology and join me on Blue Sky instead. Please. Gonna make a change. For once. Somebody's gonna get canceled for using their hamster as a beauty blender. A YouTuber with a massive pool is going to fight against forest fires by literally flooding his pool into the forest. And they think this is like a silly thing, but it actually it really fucks up part of the forest because it's a huge pool because they're very rich. They're a very rich YouTuber with a very big pool. And it's a chlorine pool. Yeah, and it's a chlorine, and they put the chemicals in the freaking forest. It's gonna make the frogs straight again. Ew. On a live stream, somebody's gonna fart, and they're gonna claim they didn't fart, but it's like an hour-long live stream, so they kind of forgot about the fart thing, and then they get up to do something in the back of their set, and there's a huge, huge shit streak. Honestly, there's gonna be a lot of people that defend this person to the point where it gets weird. There's gonna be like people that put streaks on their booty cracks. An influencer that wants to be a singer is going to release a song that she's gonna tease has all the tea. It's gonna be called You Know Who This Is About. But no one knows who it's about. And when she refuses to elaborate, a bunch of her exes and ex-friends and even former manager try to get a piece of the attention by claiming it's about them. And then she has to admit it's about somebody that isn't even a public figure. And the fans feel cheated and lied to because they, in fact, did not know who this song was about. We went a bit off track because I started to talk about what they'll be canceled for as opposed to how they're going to try to win back public favor and apologize. So let's get back on the apology train. Someone is going to do a Fear Factor-like series of events that he thinks will somehow prove how sorry he is. He's going to, inflict pain and suffering on himself publicly to say sorry. Oh, well, if I wasn't really sorry, would I let this scorpion sting me? Ow, if I really wasn't sorry, would a person who's not sorry drink this gallon of shit and everyone is going to watch in amazement? No one's making you drink the shit. It's gonna make us wonder, did he just want to do these things? Is he just a freak? One lucky fan will win this influencer's mansion if they just accept his apology. Somebody is going to apologize on the wrong Twitter account. They have 2 Twitter accounts. One that's their public figure account, and one is a really creepy stan account that they run for themselves. They want to make it look like somebody's thirsting after them in this really creepy way. And they released the apology on their stan account for themselves. Let's take it a step further. Maybe this fan account that's really just the influencer, doxed them. So turns out they were stirring up fake drama and also put themselves in harm's way just for attention. So it comes across as really scarily desperate, oh, this person needs serious help. But the internet clowns on them as it does, even though this is clearly a bigger problem than any of us want to admit. Cause ha 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 funny. Dude gets canceled for something completely outside of his relationship and his family. Let's say, I don't know, embezzling money, something company related that's illegal and maybe exploitative of the employees. But this guy decides to apologize by saying, yeah, okay, so I left my wife and my kids. And everyone's like, no one asked you to do that. It's kind of like the Fear Factor guy. But this time, it's just, he exposes himself for being an even bigger piece of shit, because he's saying to the viewers, oh, you guys don't want me to have happiness, so I'm gonna destroy my life. Turns out, he just wanted to be a deadbeat dad and a terrible husband. And he's now, using this cancellation as a way to leave his family. I'm getting angry at these situations that haven't even happened. Apology song? No. Apology album. It's gonna be called Icarus, because they flew too close to the sun when they cheated and were just generally a piece of shit. You don't have my feelings, you don't share my brain, you don't know how hard it is to be this sorry every single day. Bitch!